What's up, Bit Connect? I wonder what happened to that guy. Anyways, today we're gonna be reacting to I investigated a tribe of fish people, which I'm guessing is just divers, like one of those on top of the water kind of villages that make most of their money by doing trade by fish and all this. Anyways, before we get started, it's been a wild weekend. Like the whole Hassan and Eden like drama, like interview, whatever. Dude, I was watching that for like 4 hours. That was so interesting, by the way. Wait, wait, no, that's how that happened. It wasn't really that wild. Anyways, let's get into it. I'm not gonna comment about that interview.
Nomads. They've lived in the ocean for hundreds of years and have evolved to have 50% larger
Wait, new.
spleens than regular people, allowing them to reportedly hold their breath underwater for up to 10 minutes
I mean, I
and
guess.
swim to depths of
Yeah, if they've done this for like a long time, I guess they'll just adapt to it, right? Especially because they probably start the kids off by doing it, right? So it's not like only the adults go to do this. They probably bring their sons and shit like that, so they can teach them the trade. And since kids are in their growing phase, if they're constantly underwater, and then after each generation, yeah, they start developing. Yeah, it makes sense. I can see.
up to 200 feet. But why would anyone want to live in the middle of the ocean, vulnerable to the danger?
Dude, it's crazy that people can put their trust in these kinds of like houses. I I live in America, in Texas. I don't trust these, like, I don't even know what this is. Like, there's a window right here. I can see like small cracks. By the way, this house it's not new, but it was built around 4 or 5 years ago, maybe more. There's already cracks going out down. Like there's problems everywhere. Like everything's, let's be honest, sheep shit.
Dangers of choppy water, lethal storms, and without access to healthcare, job opportunities, and formal education. Well, the majority of these people lack citizenship or have been evicted from their homes elsewhere and don't have any of the rights.
I mean, considering they have like these bags and this, that means they're doing trade with the outside world. So their trade should be mainly like fish, crocodiles, like exotic fish, right? Yeah, it should be exotic fish since that's what's gonna get them the most money, I'm guessing. And what's gonna be able to support like a whole village.
Or protections of legal citizens in the countries that legally control the waters that they live in. And here in Wakatobi, they're often treated as second-class citizens by their Indonesian counterparts on the land and are viewed as lowly sea scavengers.
How long can he hold his breath underwater?
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
He's like a fish. And in 2002, the Wakatobi National Park was established in and around the Bajau people's pre-existing village.
Oh, okay, so tourism probably fucked them up, right? Because they made the fish, like the amount of fish they can capture go down or some shit. Which means they have to go further away. Which means you need more oxygen. So I'm guessing that kind of like helped the evolution of this bigger spleen. Is that it?
Threatening their way of life by restricting the Bajau's ability to fish in their traditional fishing grounds. As ancient techniques and fishing practice are lost generation by generation, the Bajau people have turned to more environmentally destructive fishing methods like dynamite fishing and potassium cyanide poisoning, threatening the environment's coral reef and increasing the tension between the Bajau people and the Indonesian government here in Wakatobi. So how is this floating village holding up today, and how has the outside world affected them for better and for worse?
This is not the government's fault, by the way. These people's main trade is fishing, and you're building like a, what was it, an aquarium or whatever, fish park, right next to it without consulting them. Yeah. Of course they're gonna try and do things to like employ like harsher means because they need to make money to feed their family, feed the village. Yeah, makes perfect. By the way, he has a phone. Did they give them this phone or did he own it? Because it looks super. There's something
After
like that.
finding a Bajau native
Yo, there's no way you live in like these places and you have like a
How
nice
has the
phone.
outside
What?
world affected them for better and for worse?
Yeah, it also looks like a completely new phone. Nah, Tyler must have given him the phone. So like, how do they react to technology, right?
After
There's no way.
finding a Bajau native named Albar, who was born and raised in the floating village, he agreed to take me to his home and help me understand the Bajau's way of life and their current situation. We were in the middle of
Yeah,
to his
this is
home
what I
and helped me
meant.
understand the Bajau.
Like the kids are playing in the water, so from a young age, they're already in the water, holding their breath, like getting, like adapting to the water. And then the next generation, the kids there are also doing the same thing. These at the end of the day, maybe I'm wrong, but aren't kids like due to the fact that they're developing like the most likely to get or to develop mutations that will help them like adapt or survive
Zhao's way of life and their
compared
current
to like an adult?
situation. We were in the middle of the ocean. This is extremely remote. It took us
Because
several.
the body grows to fit the environment. Like if you live in mountains in like a mountain area, I believe you're taller, or was it? Yeah, you're taller. Your body becomes taller because of something due to the oxygen, if I'm not wrong. Or maybe it's smaller. It's one of the two.
Several days to get out here. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, they know English.
We're gonna hop up here and get to meet some people.
This is our improv hotel for the night. Very nice. Okay, so we're staying in his house back there. Very hospitable.
Now, before we go diving with some of these legendary divers, I want to get a full tour of the village and see what's going on here. 1200.
Okay. You know what? I thought it was like due to the first house I saw being like shitty, I thought this would be like shittier in terms of building. I mean, some of them are bent, it seems, right? So there has been a lot of use. But like right here, they're all straight. They all seem good. Yeah, they seem stable. And that's with storms and all that shit going on. I guess they're like big sticks, right? That's why they can like lodged into the ground. That's why they can maintain itself.
People out here is quite a bit, given
I'm
what
not
it
really sure how this works, by the way. I'm just trying to use common sense or
is.
logic.
How do they build the town? Right? It's a secret. Okay, it's a secret how they build the town and expand it. You can use your imagination. Of some guitarists, how long can you hold his
Yeah,
breath underwater? Hi.
1 minute. 1 minute. Kadang paling 2 minute.
I can probably go like if a tsunami hits, I'm about to die. I can probably go for a minute as well. But if it's just like play holding it in, 20 seconds. I feel like it's when I'm like, okay, I'm done. 20 to 15, somewhere around there.
Kalau menyelam 2 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we bring him to the water tomorrow and test his skills? We want to see if we can find the person with the most breath on this village. Would you be interested?
We will try, man.
What time works for you? Morning tomorrow?
I practice first.
Okay, practice.
Before I try.
Okay, tomorrow morning. As I gathered as many divers as I could for an informal dive competition between the village, I wanted to understand how people lived on top of the ocean 24/7 and got the things they needed to survive without ever having to leave
Wait, are
the
they
ocean
engine boats? Is that what
24/7.
they had
Got
fuel?
the things they
Oh, I thought they were rowing boats, but yeah, they have engines. Okay, I guess they need to get deeper into the water, huh?
needed to survive.
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm right. They sell special fish or rare fish. That's what I'm guessing. Since there's no way they can afford oil prices, right? Or maybe the oil price over there is like cheaper.
Survive without ever having to leave. Looks like we have a bit of a shop right here. Some people doing laundry
Nice
over there. What do you do out here?
Daga es blender.
What are the responsibilities of a Bajau mother?
Ya, may masak, mencuci,
How big is your family?
anak ko tulungan.
Is life easy or hard out here?
You know, that's actually weird. Because usually, I mean, maybe it changed, but I remember when I was in history class, there was a correlation between money and kids. So the less money you had, the more kids you would have, in hope that one of those kids made it big, and then they can support the whole family. So, like in third world countries, you'd just be popping out kids. That's also why in like more developed countries, there's less of a need for kids, or people have less of a need for kids because they're already living their like life. So I'm actually surprised that she only had three.
Tiro ni. Jara luang tau ka.
I guess because they don't make enough. Oh, that's exactly why people have kids now. We're not catching enough, so we're gonna have kids and have them also join in. That way, the chances of you catching a lot of fish are higher.
Dilabo jaran tantarang lawiro ni. Kadang niya, kadang sa.
Do most men fish? Carpentry? What is the most common job?
Nila nga
Probably
ringi
fish.
ngutta.
And we have the squid right here they were cooking. This will be lunch, dinner, breakfast right here. This is good stuff. What do
Oh, so they share between the villagers? The village itself? That looks like a communal, like, fish drying, or like blood, letting the blood come out
the
thing.
Bajau women do here? What are their responsibilities?
Pekerjaan kami po madapuran nih.
Working in
Madatay mo po, biking anana,
bananas?
baby, bikin
Ah,
baby.
baby. Is life easy or difficult here?
What is she doing?
Belum ya, alo jadu.
And how big is your family?
Keluarga dah.
So the thing is, as someone who was born in Cuba, when you don't know a lot, life is easier. Because there's, like, you don't think about, like, oh, I need to do all this shit to earn money. No, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go fish and I'm gonna eat that fish. I'm gonna, like, it's simpler way of life.
Kami kami
So yeah, it's probably
matambang
notable.
nang.
Okay, right now I'm getting an informal house tour. Okay, we come inside. Thank you for.
Wait, that's a villager? I thought that was just someone who came with Taylor. This guy looks so fucking like he doesn't fit here, does he?
Having us. Beautiful living room. Hello, and these are her kids.
Dapur.
Hello. Whoa. And then you have beautiful outside
Dude, there's no way. That guy looks like he came from the US or something to like experience this.
view. Oh, toilet. Right here. And in this house I stayed at, the bathroom is just a hole that goes
Dude. Tyler, there's no way you're this bad at pointing. Come on, man.
straight into the
Like, are you hard or something? Is that why? Okay, there.
ocean. A different world completely we're walking through right now. This entire place is wild. And the kids here still love playing soccer. But if the ball falls in the water, you jump in, grab the ball, and hope your neighbor didn't just take a dump. And just like
Oh yeah, because they shit in the water near the village. Wait. Wouldn't it just smell like shit all the time if everyone's like taking shits like right there in the village? Yeah, I'm not sure about this actually. Also, anything that falls down could be whatever.
Like the rest of Indonesia,
Contaminated.
most of the men here smoke like dogs.
Yeah.
Have you lived here your entire
That's also like another part of dude, he looks kind of like the baby here. No, with a smile. Uh, that's another thing with the simple life, which is it kind of just leads to smoking. Like everyone's happy and all, but everyone's also just smoking. Even the kids like smoking shit. Oops, sorry about that.
life?
Like smoking, gambling, alcohol.
Si anak-anak mami itu niya.
Yeah.
Were there more fish when you were a child?
Para
Probably.
daya. Sekarang itu baru ubaya.
When were the roads built to connect all the houses?
Well, the thing is, I know I'm pausing a lot. Sorry, not really sorry. It's a reaction. Like, the reason there's probably less fish, it's also probably due to the overfishing. Also, the village is realistically it's probably growing. Like one woman said. So two people have three kids. That's one extra. So if the parents die, those two they make up for their parents, but there's an extra one to the village. So that's a +1. That's one more mouth to feed. That's one more fish you have to catch. And that if that happens to every family, there's gonna be a point where yeah, you have to go further because all the fish nearby, they've already been hunted to extinction pretty much.
Masih mantan dulu gitu. Dulu kan ni ajang kami orang itu bahagi dari takut apa ni kata.
I wonder what they think about being connected now. I guess because they have like oil and like different variety of food, their bodies could be healthier due to different vitamins intake and not just fish. But it also means they have to earn money, they have to sell. Like, it also makes life more complicated compared to the simple life they used to have, which is just, I have a boat, I'm gonna go catch fish, I come home, I eat the fish with my family or with friends while we, just play around
Kasi burungan
or,
ni.
Okay, you
play dominoes or cards, something like
have
that.
to swim from house to house before the government put these roads in. How deep could he dive?
Wag madahulu dun sa pool.
Oh, it's only roads between houses. I thought it was like all the roads themselves, like the ones between houses and also like roads connecting to like main cities. That's what they meant.
Manduk pa, kampi ka dia.
Wow. What is the technique you use to catch fish? Spear fishing, net fishing, big ship, explosive.
Uh, didn't he say it was explosive? They don't have enough money for a big ship. It's a small village. There's no way. But there was one guy who captured the sharks in like a cool way. Fuck, I can't remember the video itself. Fuck.
Dia jenis mesti ngaringi.
Ah, net fishing. Okay. Do you know who
Yeah, that makes sense. You'd realistically catch the most by net fishing, right? Because spear fishing, you can catch one or two at most, I'd say. You might catch three if they're just having to line up all of them.
Donald Trump is?
Ya, boleh tak ada bang.
Okay, pretty refreshing actually. Do you know who
Wait, but they have phones.
Mr. Beast is?
Ya.
Do you know Michael Jackson?
Dude, the impact of Michael Jackson is so crazy. Like, even when I was a little kid in Cuba, I knew of Michael Jackson. Like, was it me? No. It was what was his name? Like, someone I was always with. It was basically like another dad. I basically spent every day with him. He had like it's not DVDs, it's like fuck. No, it was DVDs because he put it on the TV and I could see the things in black and white. Yeah, it was DVDs of like a trailer, was it? The one with the zombies? I remember seeing that one in like black and white in like a Cuban TV. And that shit. It's crazy what huge of an impact like a Michael Jackson had. Like, I don't think anyone, like, you could say Taylor Swift and all that. I don't think even she has as much impact as he did. And we have like internet everywhere now, by the way. Back then, it was basically just getting started.
Look at that! He's got moves! Bye-bye! Bye! Hello! Hello! Hi! Okay, so he's cutting the iron for the fishing weights. How did you learn how to do this?
Mo mantan na mantahan.
He think he make it by himself.
Ah! Okay, it's ready. Tell him we'll come back. We'll come back. Okay, it started. Flash flood real quick. We're all flooding to come up. What do they do when big storms come? Do they go to Big Island?
Betul kan di kadar ko.
They went to the land, went to the.
Okay, yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
They wait for it to pass. What are some of the traditions of the
So they will go to, do they just spend, like, is there a bunker or something? Or do they just have, like, off water, like, houses? Like, temporary houses?
Bajau people?
Ada mesti
So
ngaringi.
these are just a fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah.
And swimming?
And swimming.
Okay.
And a row.
The storm has passed. Wisdom has been gained.
Yeah.
This town is actually pretty huge. Didn't expect it to be this big. You can take a look at these steps I'm walking across right now. A lot of ground to cover right now. But real quick, do you make videos but don't have enough time or money to make shorts or clips to help promote them? With every big streamer and YouTuber using Reels, TikTok, Shorts, and clips to get discovered, with Opus AI, you can create high quality shorts without editing.
Talking about AI, I've been thinking, like, sorry, I'm too shitty to edit. Like, I don't, like, I'm using what's it called, DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, I was using that to edit the videos, but it's so like annoying. Like, instead of like just clicking and saying cut this, I have to like press Shift B or Control B, some shit. Dude, it's annoying. So I've been thinking maybe I can like use AI to cut the videos, but I don't think AI is at that point yet. I just wish I could like put a Neuralink or something and be like, okay, this is how I want the video. Boom. Done.
in minutes using the power of AI. You just copy the link of the video. Let's take this one about sea nomads. Search opus.pro and paste the link. And you can use Opus's clip anything feature to search for any specific moment or theme, and it'll automatically clip all of those moments. Just let Opus work its magic, and boom, a couple minutes later, I have 10 different clips. But the question is, how good is their AI at editing, and do these videos
Probably
get
shit.
views? I want you to try out for yourself. Make a short using opus.pro, put YouTube Tyler Oliveira in the description, tag at Tyler Oliveira, upload the short, and I'm gonna
Dude,
send
this seems like a scam.
$1,000 to whoever's short or TikTok has the most views by the end of the week. Thanks Opus for helping me edit my short.
I don't know why, but the way he said that made it look like a scam, didn't it? Whatever.
And market my
It's probably
videos
not.
back to the floating village. We have a mega market right here. This is the supermarket out here. They have diapers right here. They have all sorts of snacks, all sorts of sugars. They got Sprite and Coca-Cola.
Oh,
okay, what is your
Coca-Cola.
name?
Rani.
Rani. Is this your store?
Dude, everyone has a phone. Like, she has a phone.
And Coca-Cola. Okay,
The girl over here had a phone. Like, are they getting internet? There's no way they're getting internet and they don't know who Donald Trump or Mr. Beast is. Just being completely. Oh wait, he asked the old guys. If you asked her, she probably would know a bit, right? By the way, the floors are really nice. Dude, they're super nice actually. What the fuck? Like, I actually like the way it looks.
what is your name?
It reminds me of like a Mexican shop I went to once.
Rani.
Rani. Is this your store?
Yeah.
Okay, very beautiful. Did you start this business yourself?
Na di Seba. Anyeba. Carne, Lauda.
This is shop, they bought it from another businessman.
Big business brain. Do you have a family out here? Are these your kids?
Yeah.
Do you want your kids to move to big city or to stay here forever?
Probably to stay
Sini
here.
bagus.
You want them here?
Ya.
Okay, to run the shop.
Daripada di darat.
Oh, we got all sorts of good stuff right here. The adventure doesn't end out here. We've probably met nearly 80% of the village out here right
That's probably the first time I've seen a. Wait, what are these called? The dick emoji or the fruit people use for dick emojis? It's probably the first time I've seen this. And no wonder they're even curved. What the
It's
fuck?
good stuff right here. The adventure doesn't end out here. We've probably met nearly 80% of the village out here right now. Hello. Yup, this is a tough spawn for this guy. Okay. Not the friendliest parrot. Is that your duck? Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Oh!
What is the kid?
This is beautiful. Kids in the States don't
What is the kid? Why was the kid?
do this. Look at him playing with the duck.
It's fine. Like, when I was a kid, the neighbors had chickens, and I would help them. I don't know if I said this before. One day, I messed with one of them when they were like in their egg laying period. Uh, it's not a chicken. It's a. I don't want to say the cock. Okay, that's the cock. Because hens are also like the female chicken. I can't think of the male one, but they just like scratched and beaked or whatever it's called all over my legs. I was bleeding. You know what I did the next day? I ate the eggs. I just went there and I ate it in front of them. I also got them from behind because that's how you do it. You go behind them and then you grab the legs. But the chicken couldn't do shit. Yeah, he beat me one day. The next day I was over him.
Got a fish.
Fuck that guy.
Oh, dang. Beat its head in and killed it? Oh, very generous of you. Whoa! Yes! Good job! That was funny! And just like the majority of Indonesia, most of the
I don't know
people
what
here are
happened.
Muslim, and there's a large mosque in the center of town with many of the women.
Oh, just saying this. Do not eat black eggs. Because I remember one day, because I would pretty much eat the eggs. If I'm not wrong, I would just eat them straight, right? Without cooking them. Yeah, I would just eat them like that. Because I thought they tasted weird and it was interesting. Until I ate a black egg and it was so sour. I'm pretty sure I couldn't taste anything for like a week of how sour it was. I think it's called a millennium egg. Ignore this. Ignore this as well. Millennium That's how you fuck. 2 lands? Damn. Oh, Sentry Egg. They're the black ones, right? Yeah, they should. Ugh. Maybe it was just a rotten egg or something. Because the one I ate was super sour. Fuck that shit. It was just disgusting.
Been covered in hijabs despite spending most of their days in the water doing things like cleaning this boat.
Salam. Hi, salam.
Salam.
Looks like it may have been damaged by some sort of storm or hurricane. There are prayer mats.
Dude, it's super clean. Like, they actually... Wouldn't the floors be the... No, it wouldn't. Because most of the impact from the rain would be hitting the walls, the roof, and the legs. So yeah, it makes... I guess it no, because the doors aren't all the way down. So water would still get in there and corrode it, wouldn't it?
Inside. Everything in here needed to be a good Muslim.
Look, it's so good, man.
What do you do for a living out here?
Nelayan eh.
What's the craziest story he has while being a fisherman?
Ngajar dakama sa alamat tumu.
2 times he got shaking.
Oh, his boat sank?
Damn.
Ask him if Bajau people can swim much better than other people.
Sama mga
Yeah, Bajo people.
They're the best?
Yeah, the best Bajo people.
Okay. How long can he hold his breath underwater?
Still young, he can do it for a minute.
4 minutes. Has the fishing gotten more difficult
crazy.
out here compared to when he was a boy? Is it more difficult to fish now?
Difficult.
It's difficult.
Right now. Yeah.
Ask him why is it difficult?
Because so many people, fishermen coming from outside, from the
Oh,
big
the outside
island.
too?
But so many fishermen came in here,
I see.
and they catch a lot of fish.
Do many people do dynamite fishing or
So they're
the
overfishing it
potassium
to the point where they can't do it, right?
chloride stuff? Is that common or somewhat rare?
You see many people.
I have no idea how that works. I'm guessing the problem is it not only catches the fish, but it spreads even to like the endangered species. I'm guessing that's the main problem with that. Also, if the fish consumes it, it stays in their blood. So if someone else eats it, it could be toxic towards them as well. Logically, that's what I'm thinking. That's why that's a problem. Otherwise, there's really not much difference between that and just having a big net and catching them.
Use a bomb by
Many people.
Many people.
And while most of the houses are now connected by makeshift bridges or wooden planks, some houses like this one stand alone in the water, only accessible via boat or by swimming. Right here is Lauda's house. It is only accessible via boat because the bridge is broken. Lauda! I like your house! This is Lauda and his brother. Rumor has it they're some of the best divers here. But before we see them dive,
Dude,
Lauda
is that
and his
a
brother,
Real
rumor has
Madrid,
it
right?
they're some of the
That's the Real Madrid, right? Because it's gold. I don't know anything about soccer, by the way. It's Michael Jackson and soccer, or football. How is their impact so big? Especially soccer, I guess because it's just kicking the ball around, and you can make a ball pretty much out of nowhere, out of everything. Like you can make a paper ball and use that. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Like kicking the ball and making a ball bounce like basketball or like football or whatever. It's harder, I guess.
The best divers here. But before we see them dive and hunt underwater like fish, I'm curious
Is that a
divers here.
wetsuit?
But before we see them dive and
That is a wetsuit, right? Like they actually have like great equipment. Oh, is this the guy who was going around like translating? I guess that's why he has to
hunt underwater like fish, I'm curious how long the village can hold their breath underwater. For the most part, these guys are underwater for as long as they need to be. This is a hunting skill, not showmanship. We want to see what their maximum.
Yeah, there's this guy, his name is, he's a YouTuber, I'm pretty sure. Jungblood? Fuck, oh, Mudcrab. Because this is, how I found him. Yeah, this guy. YBS Jungle. This guy's fucking great, man. Yeah, if he has a Mudcrab video, I've probably seen it, by the way. I love these.
This right here is a female mud crab.
If you want to find a monster mud crab, you got to be willing to get dirty. It's a little female, little
Okay.
Jenny.
He also seems like a nice guy and all that. If you wanna watch him, go there.
breath capacity.
I think he took a break or something, right?
For the next
Yeah. No, not really. Yeah, I haven't really watched these. But yeah, go watch him. A pretty cool guy, he seems.
is
Basically, a spleen can hold fresh oxygenated blood, and the larger your spleen is, the more fresh oxygenated blood that organ can hold, which technically extends your body's ability to stay underwater longer. So it's said that in certain Bajau families, the spleen is 3 times larger than average humans.
we don't have the ability to run.
But also being larger means there's less space in your body. So realistically, you'd either be fatter or wider or bigger, right? To make up for the spleen, so that way it's not like crushed, or like other organs are also like crushing it, right? But they don't really seem that bigger.
Run an MRI or an X-ray on these guys, so we're gonna test them in the water.
Dude, that's a cool guy right there. No, but yeah, maybe to compensate for the spleen being bigger, other parts were made like other organs were made smaller. Then, if that's the case, it's not really a good adaptation, is it? Unless you're constantly in the water like them.
Right now, I told everyone here if they can hold their breath for 2 minutes, I'll give them 150,000 rupees. We just want to incentivize them to see if they can just stay there, hold their breath, obviously without hurting themselves. All right.
I don't know how many 1,000 rupees are, but if it's $100 or something for them, yeah, they're probably gonna be there until they pass out.
We're gonna have a weighted vest around the individual so they can just sit there and hold their breath, but not too heavy, obviously, to drown them. Okay, he's putting on the weighted vest. He'll be our first diver. Let's see how long he can hold it. They are ready for the diving competition. He's under. Okay, the timer has begun. 31. Not that impressive. He's under.
Dude, there's no way you said you were one of the best and you only did 31. Come on, man.
Sure.
Oh, that's seconds. Come on.
25 seconds. Not very much.
Yeah, okay.
Go. He's under. $38.
Dude.
I'm gonna guess the chain smoking out here is probably not helping their dive times and lung capacity, but I could be wrong.
Oh, is he say? Yeah, because they're older, right? No,
Okay, now
no. The first two were kids, weren't they? Or younger? Fuck, I can't see it. But I thought they were younger, so there's no way they. Oh, I guess if you spot. Yeah, never mind.
We have the head boss, Lauda's brother. What's your name?
Kabay.
Kabe is in.
Kabay! Oh yeah, he's a pro. Yeah, he has it. Yeah.
120. These two siblings did the best thus far.
But what the Bajau people don't have in lung capacity, they do have in diving and spearfishing skills. Okay, Undu, how long have you been diving?
Dah masih madiki.
How many minutes can you hold your breath underwater?
Di kulit dah minit.
How deep can you go underwater?
10, 12.
How do you like living here in the village atop the water?
I'm not I swim like shit, so I've never really been deep. I don't know if the meters is like super impressive or anything like that. The only really thing I know about fishing is, like I said, from this guy, and he goes like super deep. But then he has a wetsuit and all that, so I don't know. I don't know if that's like super good or super bad.
Karena gampang miang.
In a couple of years, do you ever see yourself moving out of the village and going to a bigger city, or will you live here forever?
Bisa.
Kevin,
Yeah.
you're Undu's older brother?
Ya.
Okay.
Okey.
How deep can you dive underwater?
7.
How long can you hold your breath underwater?
Tidak cukup 1 minit. Dah minggu main dulu. Dah jah. 2 jah.
Okay, let's do this. Undu and Kevin are gonna jump in.
Wait, 2 hours? Yeah. I guess if all you do is go there, catch a couple fish, and then come out, 2 hours is like, that's probably even a lot of time, no? Yeah. They only go inside the water to catch the fish. It's not like they're swimming to like this point over here, then going down. Yeah, makes
What
sense.
they typically do underwater: dive, spearfish, hold their breath, utilize their Bajau skills. Break a leg, Dan.
Are the people as good at diving as they once were, or is it kind of a dying tradition?
The budget people have a skill like this traditional, use Google, not mask like this, and they make it their spearfishing by handcraft.
Ah,
Well, at the end of the day, is it better though? It's like making their own like goggles better than like these pre-made goggles? Are they like better than the snorkel goggles? Because if they are, yeah, I understand. But if they're not, then why bother? You know, it's like you're, yeah. Like at the end of the day, what matters most is if you catch the fish. If these goggles make it easier, and the spears, I'd say go for it. Fuck tradition.
50,
Just
60
make this the new tradition, if anything.
years ago, like your father's time or your father's father, were there many more divers than there are now?
More now.
More now. You
Yeah,
found
the
a
village
fish.
grew.
What?
It's very catch.
Okay. Wow, that was quick. But the skill shown by someone
Wait, that? That's way too. That's not even a snack. Like, wait. I guess it's rare. Maybe if you sell it to like a high class restaurant, that's only gonna use like a bit of it. Yeah, I guess we can make money from that.
One of the more middle-aged dudes here in diving and spearfishing was so impressive that it looked like it was second nature to them.
Okay, that's 2 fish already in less than 5-6 minutes. Amazing. Good job. Very quick. Good.
Damn, if all the fish are this small, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, that you know, there's trouble like finding enough food.
Good job. Good. Wow, you got another one. 3 down already. Oh! Ah!
Oh,
He's
shit.
amazing. Let's see the fish. What is it called? Dodo.
Dodo, bahasa baju dodo.
Can we eat it tonight?
Ya enak dibakar.
Yeah, okay.
Look, all these fish look like the type of fish a restaurant would use as a promotion or some shit.
Ah!
Dish.
Undo's catching fish left and right. So many fish so quickly. Very good.
Yes.
What is that fish's name?
Alalas.
Alalas.
Dude, it's just a fish.
Smooth.
Ya, smooth. Barakuda giginya.
Oh,
Ayam.
oh, whole torn straight through him.
These guys
Oh,
are
it's
beasts.
the
Is it tough to
spear.
catch up with him?
Oh man, Dad especially can just get down there. He's got his traditional goggles, which are cool.
Yeah.
They don't suction cup. They're made of wood and glass, and they literally just it's the pressure of going down deep that holds them against your face.
Whoa.
Pretty awesome.
Makes it look.
I guess that makes it well, like right here, water would get into them, no? Because there's no pressure. I don't really understand. So if it's the pressure that's keeping them sucked in, wouldn't like being here, would there's not really a lot of pressure allow water in and into
A
his
little
eyes?
too easy.
These guys are small though. A lot of this is fished out, and but you get quantity, you still eat.
So we're seeing the effects of overfishing out here.
I think so.
How are you able to dive so well while you smoke 1 pack a day?
Tidak ada.
While spearfishing is certainly one way to catch a bunch of fish, those who are often more desperate and less talented at diving have been driven to more high-risk, high-reward methods. Dynamite fishing is an
Wait, it's
extremely
self-baked
dangerous yet
dynamite?
effective technique.
I thought the bottles were full of like whatever the toxic shit is, cyanide or whatever. But they're making that's crazy. Imagine you fuck up. Aren't you just basically putting the whole village in danger?
Where the user throws a homemade bomb into the ocean that explodes and creates a shockwave in the water that kills countless fish instantly.
Oh yeah, this is 100% overfishing, by the way, because you're not getting all of them, right?
Ever almost blown yourself up while dynamite fishing? Do you know anyone who has blown themselves or part of their bodies up
Why cover
doing
his
dynamite fishing?
I guess it's illegal.
For money?
Yeah, for money, to get money. And then, hey, it's now that it's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's why what we are going to do is that
Despite the risk of being arrested or blowing yourself up, the potential reward of a big fishing haul caught quickly keeps dynamite fishers like this guy building and throwing bombs for a living. And on top of blowing up the reefs with bombs, research shows that the Bajau fishermen's use of potassium cyanide to stun and catch rare reef fish that are then sold for high prices to aquariums.
Oh, okay. But isn't cyanide like toxic? Yeah, they can believe it. I guess they're not eating them, so it's like sure. But I didn't imagine if you eat them, you'd also like get the toxicity.
And exotic seafood
Because
markets
it's in their this is a goldfish, isn't it? In their meat.
slows down the reef's ability to
Yeah.
recover even more than the dynamite fishing does. We found and interviewed this guy who does it full time for a living. But real quick,
I'd be like, go on down the road, you fuck.
if you want to
That's not a good bleep, man. I heard the F word. Like I heard it loud and clear, by the way. Dude, am I gonna get a strike or something? There's certainly
support
right.
our boots on the ground independent journalism that is not body. If
By the
you
way,
want to support our boots on the
I watched this guy. He's was it French or some shit? He's super based.
ground independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with exclusive DLC content that YouTube won't let me upload,
DLC.
and uncensored early access to all my videos before they go up on YouTube. Go subscribe at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveras for less than $5 a month. Why do you use the potassium cyanide instead of spearfishing or net fishing?
It's easier.
When you use the potassium, how many fish do you end up killing?
Catching around 20 doesn't mean he killed 20. By the way, it's a different word. Like he could have killed 100, but caught 20 because that's how many he found.
Are you ever afraid the government will catch you?
Actually, upright to the government, but he's hiding, and then the government when they coming to catch him, nothing proof.
No proof.
No proof.
Ah, smart man.
Yeah.
So that's
does the
why
government
they
crack
censored the
down
face.
on it, or do they not really care? How many fish do you catch each time you throw dynamite in the water? What is the punishment if they catch you?
Death.
How many rupees does he make?
$89 for 1 year in jail? Wonder. Nah. Never mind.
Do you think you'll ever stop? Gotta respect the game. As destructive fishing practices, overfishing, coral bleaching from rising sea temperatures contribute to the habitat loss of fish. Bajau fishermen claim that they have to go further and dive deeper only to catch less fish, making the lifeblood of their day-to-day existence increasingly at risk as time.
Yeah, well, at some point the village it's just gonna be fucked. And that's one of the problems with the growing. So a village growing means they can get more food, they can be more advanced, but it also means like stuff like this happens where like they need more food, so they overfish here. That means they have to go further, and the likelihood of someone dying or something fucked up happening, it's just higher. Like if your boat is just sinks.
Time goes on. I met up with the oldest elder in the village and Albar to hear the village's history and how it's changed since he's been alive. Okay, Albert,
Oh,
what is
that?
this place to you? Did you grow up here?
Yeah. Actually, this is the first main.
By the way, they have something white on their face. It looks like some kind of powder, so it's not sun protection. Could it just be shock or something? Is it like a tradition?
I was grow up here, but in 1980.
What do you remember as a boy?
The houses separate each other.
Walking path?
Which when we visit to the neighbor, swimming and then talking under house, like for example like that. Yeah.
Okay, and how many people lived here when you were a boy?
When I boy here, almost 200.
200?
And
How many
now we
now?
have how many?
One.
Dude, it's like it's a wait, what was the number? 200 to 1,000? Yeah, it's 5%. 5. It's 8 times 5. I don't know why I'm blanking out all of a sudden. So you have 5 as many people, which means you need to fish 5 5 times more, right? Yeah, it makes sense. They just overfished. The environment here just couldn't take it.
1003.
Because at the end of the day, a human eats every day, but like a fish doesn't lay eggs, and those eggs don't hatch every day.
1,300?
people.
Okay, much bigger. Do you have to be a fisherman to make money?
Also, 1,000 people, but they shit in like that in the village water. There's no way that's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone fishes.
Like if someone just gets a disease and they're shitting like everywhere near the water, then like, oh my uh football went to the water. I'm gonna go get it. Like you're just fucked, right?
What do you want the future to look like, and what do you think it will look like?
Itu mereka dampak anjara itu mau pendidikan nih.
The future, I think this here, just for the a bit better here, I think. Better here, I think,
Yeah,
because
that's
we still
reasonable.
seeing the types like fish, yeah, like canoe, net.
Oh, it's easier now.
Yeah, easier.
Life is easier now?
Yeah.
Okay. Did every kid have access to school here when you grew up?
Yeah.
No.
And you swam to school?
Swimming to school.
Memang mana dahulu kan gampah berkebetulan pemamiana masih kurang.
Yeah, so this guy remembers when fishing was easy, right? That's why he thinks people should go to like school and get like an office job, because he saw the easy times and he's seeing that it's getting harder and harder. So he's thinking, oh, at some point they won't be able to do it, so they'll die of hunger. That's what I'm guessing he's thinking, which is
Used to
respectable.
be easy?
And I think it's a logical, like it's the most logical reason.
Kerah itu lebih ni memamia daripada nama di pamia, berarti enggak tertikuk ni.
But as the Bajau people are forced to engage in increasingly dangerous and unsustainable fishing practices to survive, the future of them and their village looks uncertain.
Dude, that was a pretty good video. Like, I don't know. He talked with everyone and got their side of the story, you know, whether they're just a normal fisherman or like a kid, a dad, you know, like just a brother, a child owner. Yeah, he came to everyone. Actually, I guess he didn't really talk with the kids, did he? I guess that would be like a something he could have added, like talking with kids, seeing what they think of their current life. Yeah, that's the only thing that's really missing. And it was a great video. I'm gonna put the link in the description if you wanna like or subscribe. And by the way, the video is ending here. Let me just say this. Apparently there's gonna be like a thunderstorm or something. The weather app said. That's why I'm probably not gonna upload a Kingdom Come video today, just in case. I don't want my PC to, you know, just get fucked because I'm playing like a high GPU CPU game, and all of a sudden it like disconnects or like I lose all my save in Kingdom Come. That would suck. Even though like that no one watches the videos, like if you do for some reason watch them, well, for some reason because you like them, they are good videos. Like, all right, peace.